Hello and welcome once again to the lecture brought to you by MS Liabilities. Today we will be analyzing a very important concept in the Nigerian law of tort, which is fundamental to your understanding of the general principles in the Nigerian law of tort. We would try to distinguish between an assault from a battery. A proper analysis of the difference between these two legal concepts is very fundamental to your understanding of the general principles governing tortious liability in Nigerian law of torts. Firstly, it is important to note, and you should already know by now, that there are certain acts which are generally considered as criminal in nature, but are still classified as a civil wrong under the Nigerian law of tort. An assault is one of these major actions. Now, what is an assault and what is a battery? After we've properly identified the distinguishing factor between these two different legal concepts, your determination of the legal remedies available when you approach a particular legal problem involving these concepts would be easy. Firstly, an assault, unlike its application in the Nigerian criminal law, is an intentional creation of a reasonable amount of apprehension or fear in another person that they are about to be harmed. In simpler terms, an assault is the intentional creation of fear in another person that they are about to be harmed by a threat of violence, a menacing gesture, or any other words or actions that can create fear of harm. With the little definition of what an assault is, you should have, to a little bit and to an extent, understand what an assault is. But a battery, on the other hand, is not the creation of fear on another person that they are about to be harmed, but an intentional and unlawful physical contact with another person without their consent. In simpler terms and for a better understanding, you can say that a battery is the intentional application of force to another person without their consent. Boiling this down with a scenario for your proper understanding of these different legal concepts, you can imagine a situation where Emmy throws a stone at Joseph during a heated argument with the intention of harming Joseph. Emmy would firstly be liable in an action for assault if, according to the court's judgment, a reasonable man in that situation would be afraid of his intention. Also, Emmy would also be liable in an action for battery if the stone he threw at Joseph eventually hits Joseph. From the aforementioned provisions in light of the preceding discussion, it can be deduced that while an assault is putting an individual in fear of an imminent battery, a battery will be committed when such intended action is being done successfully against the individual. Although there are so many rules, defenses, and exceptions regulating an assault and a battery in the Nigerian law of tort, but this general information is enough to aid in your understanding and your attempts to distinguish an assault from a battery. Thank you so much for your time. Do follow us and subscribe to this channel to be updated when more insightful nuggets and legal tips are sent.